Hello.
Hey Laura, how are you?
Hi, I'm good.
How is Orlando treating you and being back there with the family and stuff?
Orlando's good. You know what? The people here are amazing. They're really nice. It's not really like initially when I first, you think of Orlando. I don't really think of much. I think of like, what do I think of? I think of Disney. I don't think of like, but it's very, very family orientated, and the people are amazing. So I like it.
And the kids are loving it, I'm assuming.
Yeah, the children are having a great time. Like, they've met friends, and the transition has been really easy for them, so that I love.
That's awesome. Congratulations on getting back with Gilbert and getting engaged. That's so big.
Oh, what's funny is that when people say that to me, I'm like, oh, how sweet. But I'm thinking to myself, I've been with this fool like 10 years. I'm like, oh, yeah, like, okay. But then we were engaged. He gave me that ring 3 years ago, and he threw me this crazy elaborate party for my engagement. So when people find out that we're just together, they assume that he asked to marry. But I'm like, yeah, I mean, now we probably get really married now, but I don't know. It's just weird.
It's just for us because of, like, watching it play out in, like, the one breakup play out in the public eye and not knowing, like your cheerleaders is happy, your fans are happy to see it go, play out in a positive manner. So I think that's why.
Yeah, that's always really nice. Like that I love because it allows us to be ourselves. And, you guys see our lives and, it's played out in TV.
Right.
But people, like, this is nice. And, like, I always say, because people are like, oh, my God, how is it to date a basketball player? And I'm like, yo, it's like dating somebody at Target. If I was dating a guy at Target, I would be like, yo, was you watching her while you was at the counter? Huh?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So it's like, it's a relationship. Y'all just get to see the juice when everybody else who's coming got way more juice than we do.
Exactly.
So,
and they just going to blow it up because...
Yeah, exactly. That's why I be thinking, like, damn, why you all in our business like that? You need to worry about what the hell's going on in your house. So it's cool.
Yeah, that is. But I wanted to kind of talk to you because after this season of Basketball Wives LA, your fans hit me up and wanted to, one, discuss your shoe game and, then two, also discuss what's next for you now that that's over. So I had a few questions regarding that if you're open to them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll start with the shoe things. Are you a heels or a flats kind of girl?
Both. I'm heels. Okay. I'm heels during 2 times out the day. Mm-hmm. When I'm ready to get nasty, I'll throw on some heels for them to come off. And then I got on heels when I'm doing something and I have to do an event or something. But I'm a flats chick all day with my kids.
Okay, so mommy mode is flats, running errands, flats, but...
Yeah, but sometimes mommy mode, I want to be sexy too. So sometimes on occasions, I'll bust out the Christians, the high, big, thick ones.
Right.
And I'll try to rock them, be cute. But I know I'm, so I'm like, okay, so, yeah.
Speaking of Christian Louboutin, who is your favorite shoe designer?
Favorite shoe designer, I would have to say right now, I would have to say Christian right now. I mean, he's coming out with some crazy looks. I'm really, really picky about shoes. Like, if you look in my closet, I like shoes that I could wear 10 years from now. Mm-hmm. So I try to, I'm like bags. Bags and shoes, I'm really selective. I don't do trendy. I try to do forever. So I have a lot of Hermes. I have a lot of vintage Louis Vuitton. Like, I don't do the new stuff. I'm not really like a new type chick.
I'm with you 100%. So, I think you should always keep classics and keep a shoe.
Yeah, I have really classic pieces.
Yeah.
So.
Which I like. I'm all day for classic. Where do you typically shop for your shoes then, since you like forever type pieces?
I do tend to go, like, I like Jimmy Choo. I think he's very classic, sexy. Christian is definitely, Louis Vuitton, same thing. But, like, for affordability, if you want to still be cute and keep it moving, like, I don't know. Sergio Rossi is always really nice. They come out with something bomb and amazing. I wore a Sergio shoe on the show that was amazing. But I feel like Christian Louis Vuitton, everybody wears them,
Right.
red bottoms. And I'm like, yo, you can buy you some bomb shoes, get you some red toenail polish, and paint them bad boys.
Get
Let
it
it sit
together.
2 days. Yeah, boom, you got your own. So,
That's right. Work it out.
yeah, make shit happen, But no, so that's for the most part.
That's so funny. Have you had any, like, embarrassing moments in shoes or any mishaps?
Hell yeah. I fell in one trying to be cute. I did it actually in front of somebody who I love and adore. I love, like, I think that Paul Walker is, like, he's so fine to me. So I remember I was meeting him. I met him at an award show, and I tripped, and but I was stumbling, but I seen him he was looking at me, not like trying to get at me, but he was like
Right.
looking, watching me fall, and I tried to fall into his arms as if I was like, trying to be cute and shit, but yeah, that was like an embarrassing shoe moment.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
I'm going to definitely share that, so don't be mad, because that is hilarious.
No, hey, it is what it is. But I don't get embarrassed. I just try to make light out of all the shit that happens to me. But, yeah, of course I've tripped. Oh, one time I was walking, and in my Louis Vuittons, my damn heel broke off. And I was like, nah, I don't wear fake shit. I was like, I don't wear nothing fake, but them felt fake. I was like, this ain't right.
Right.
So that's happened to me before. Yeah. That's happened to me before. That was crazy.
Yeah, so that's, I think, what we like about you is your honesty, and you're just you regardless of the situation. So I think we got to see a lot of that on the season. How is things playing out for you since the season has ended? Are you going to do Basketball Wives LA Part 2 even though you live in Orlando, or?
Yeah, I mean, if the opportunity was right and it came about, yeah, I would do it. I had a good time. Like, most people think, oh, it's full of drama. I mean, really, would you really not want to see drama? Like, would you watch the show if it was us drinking tea, kicking it, buying shoes all day? No.
Exactly.
So it gives you what you're asking for. It's just that sometimes the opinions that come with it are like, damn, that's messed up. Like, but at the end of the day, yeah, I had a good time. Like, I look back, I had fun.
Speaking on the drama, have you and Jackie mended your friendship?
Nah, you know what's crazy is that most people are like, is that stuff for TV? And I'm like, no, she's really kooky, like in real life. But but in real life, like, I know who Jackie is. So her being around me doesn't bother me. Her being my friend, I wouldn't have a friend like that. Like, I'm cool. Right. But we're cordial. Like, if I see her, and I'm not like, from a distance. I'm not like that at all. But I'm not like that with nobody. Like, if I had beef with somebody, if we squash it right away, then we keep it moving. Like, there's no point in, like, we don't have to be best friends. We don't have to talk on the phone. We don't have to do all that. But, I'm definitely cordial. Like, I've always been the type that I have drama, I have beef, I move on. I keep it moving.
Right, you don't hold on to it, and you just learn how to deal with that person from there.
Exactly. I just watch the movie play out, and then you just get back into the movie accordingly. So
yeah, we seen that. I think most of your fans can agree that that's something we picked up from you this season on the show, which definitely makes it real for us and make it, invites us into your personality.
Yeah, but I feel like people judge me right away because of the things they've heard about me, but they don't really know me.
Do you want to clear those up?
Nah, hell no, I don't care.
It's a wrap, right?
Yeah. From people's opinions just change, but I'm not going to change everybody's opinion, and people always going to hate on me somehow, so I don't really care.
Right, you can't make everybody love you. So
yeah, hell no. As long as my 4 kids, my husband, my brother, my parents, I'm good.
Oh, that's good. So what do you have coming up next that we can expect? What's in store for Laura?
Well, coming up next, I've lost a lot of weight. So
I know.
Yeah,
Congrats,
I lost like 80 pounds in like 4 months.
Yeah, congrats. How did you do it?
Thanks, Mama. Well, you know what? I have a 12-minute program that I've always done. I played basketball in college. So when I had rehab because I tore my knee up, and so when I was in rehab, I couldn't do much. So I was confined to my dorm room. So I would just work out in my dorm room. There were things that I did for 12 minutes because I didn't have the energy, nor did, I just did. So I just condensed it to 12 minutes. And now that I have children, it's worked great because I wake up in the morning, 12 minutes is all I got, and I keep it moving. And then, it gets my heart rate going. I'm up for the day. It makes me feel good. So that's something, a DVD I'm going to be bringing out. I want to work with, I have a lot of, for clothing, like after having kids, because I had 4 kids in 5 years, the transition of having clothes, like, was really hard for me. So that's something I'm targeting too, like, just to make sure that people have affordability, like, you know, something that's affordable that they can wear, comfortable, cute. You still want to be cute. You know, I get a lot of, like, after you have a baby, people come up to you and they're like, oh, how many months are you? And you're like, damn, I just had that baby 3 months ago. So you thinking, like, you know, but you just kind of, I always say, girl, I'm like 4 months. And they're like, oh, cute. You know, I'm thinking, God damn, I just had this baby.
Right,
but,
Get off my back,
but I don't, but I don't trip. I just keep it moving. So, like, you know, I want clothes that you could be comfortable in, something that's going to suck your stomach in at the same time. And so that's what I'm working on. I'm working on children books, of course, because my children have all, they say the damnedest things.
Yes.
So, and they're really interested in reading, and I read to them every night. So we came up with an idea for children books. It's different, and it's really cool. So I'm excited about that. But all these things are to come. So hopefully sometime next year they'll be moving along in stores, and we'll keep it moving. But you guys can definitely follow me on Twitter. I give a lot of stuff away, things, bags that I wore on the show, bags that other people had that I would never wear just because they had them on the show. Like I gave away actually a Louis Vuitton bag on the show that Drea always wore. And I was like, because I'm never going to wear it. Mine was bigger than hers, but I was like, I ain't going to wear that. So I gave it away. And so I always have, like, little trivia questions and things like that. But you can definitely follow me on Twitter. It's L, and then the number 4, and then my last name, Govan. So it's L4 Govan.
I follow you. You make sure you follow me back. Make sure you follow me back. I'm at ShoeHotLine because I do follow you, and I definitely want to make sure you're tagged in this interview once I post it to the site.
Yeah, please. I'm on it.
Any advice you want to give people who's trying to make it in the industry and, you know, or just find their way through life, like any positive words you want to leave with your fans?
Yeah, just be yourself, number 1. Don't conform to nobody. Like, who you are is who you stick by, and things will happen. Like, just hustle. People always like, oh, work so hard. Nah, deal with that. You got to hustle, because if you don't, the next person is. So get on your grind and hustle. And the next thing is, don't count no money until it's in your pocket. And you know, I had to learn that the hard way. Yeah, so outside of that, that's all I would say to people.
Well, thank you so much for your time. I truly appreciate it.
Yes, baby, thank you. All right, baby, bye.
Bye, Laura.